Hello, grade 6, and welcome back to KIS Online. Today is our Unit 5, Week 2, Part 2. Remember our Unit 5 title, The Greatest Inventions. And last lesson, we have Part 1, which is the passive. And now we will be having more passive exercises. Again, I welcome you to Unit 5, Week 2, Part 2. Before we will proceed to our new lesson, let's have a short recap for our lesson last video. For our last video, we've learned the passive. Let's not forget that the passive are of two kinds. Number one is the present passive. How will we know that it's a present passive? If we use is, isn't plus past participle form of the verb. And not only that, we know that it's present passive if we use are, aren't plus past participle form of the verb. The other kind of passive is the past passive. How will we know then? If we use was, wasn't plus past participle. And instead of are and aren't, we use were and weren't plus the past participle form of the verb. Remember, present passive and past passive. For today's lesson, we will have more exercises. So this time you will determine, you need to know if it is in present or if it is of the past. So this is very tricky. So take note of the time expressions. Choose if you use present or past plus the past participle form of the verb. And don't worry, you can check your workbook on page 136 for the past participle form of different verbs. For letter A, that's number 1, is given. The answer is was. When is or was glue first invented? So the answer is was. All right, you can pause this video and then write your answers on your English student book, or you can circle your answers on our workbook, which is on page 46. Let's answer question number 1. All right, you can pause this video and write your answers. For number 2, the answer is was made. Was made. Okay, because of our time expression. Okay, for number 3, yes, the basketball is played by thousands of people all around the world. And number 4, the game was invented by James Naismith in 1891. For number 5, a type of skateboard was ridden because of the time expressions 1930s, but the modern skateboard wasn't developed until 1958. Number 7, jeans, plural. There's no time expression, so we use present. Are sold in most every country in the world. And last number, they were first made in the 1873. All right, how many points have you got? Remember, each correct answer, give 2 points. If you got it wrong, give 1 point. Let's go to number 2. Complete the text and you need to choose if you use present passive or past passive. Okay, number 1 is given today. So we use present. Pizzas are enjoyed all over the world. So you have the verb there. You can check the past participle form of the verb on page 136 of the same book, your workbook. Let's continue. Number 2. But this popular food, is it present or past? You can pause this video and write your answers for number 2, number 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, let's continue. Number 2, but this popular food was invented long ago. So we use past passive. In 1522, therefore we use past. Tomatoes, plural, so we use were. And our verb is bring. So the past participle for bring is brought from Peru to Europe. Let's go to number 4. In Italy, the tomatoes present. So therefore we use are put on bread. That's how the first pizza was made for number 5. 2 more. Number 6, a pizza restaurant, singular. And the time expression in Naples in 1738. So we use the past. Was open. Soon, pizzas were popular all over Italy. Last number, from 1850 to 1900, thousands of Italians went to live in the USA, and they took the recipe for pizza with them. Now, in the USA, more than 3 billion pizzas are sold every year. So that's present. Right? So how many points have you got? For number 2, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's 12 points. For number 1, that's 7, so 14 points. Total score, 26 for 14 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 12. That's 26 points all in all. Now, how many points have you got? Don't forget to post your name with your score on our grade 6 English online group. All right, that's our unit 5, week number 2, part 2. And on our video is our part 3. Thank you for joining today and see you on our next video. God bless everyone and be safe.